Well, hi, everybody, and welcome to our Sunrider Day meeting. It's so good to see you all. I'm going to start letting a few guests in. We've got about 5 people in the waiting room right now. So let me let them in real quick. And we are recording this event. So if you have cell phones or anything, maybe put them on vibrate or whatever, that kind of thing. I kind of turned mine off altogether, but all of that. But welcome to our guests as well. Hi, everyone. We're just getting started here. Nothing official has happened yet. We're actually waiting for Dr. Ruben Chin to join us here shortly as well. But I hope everyone's having a great Saturday so far.
Awesome.
Cool. Cool. Hey, Jackie.
Hi,
Good to see you.
thank you.
Yeah, it's been a while. I don't want to get political, but I loved your post this morning. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, no doubt. Exactly. And
Hi, everybody. Hi, this is Maggie. Just wanted to say hello. I'm not at my home office and I'm on my phone, so I'm not even open the camera or nothing, but I just wanted to join you. So hello and have a beautiful day, everybody.
well, hi, Maggie, and thank you for
Thank
jumping
you.
on to say hello. Are you in California right now, or where are you?
No, I'm not in California, but I had a personal event that we planned for months and months and months, and I needed to literally I will be driving in a couple of minutes. So
Hey,
that's why.
isn't that always the way it goes, right? We pick a date and then there's always something else on the schedule as well.
Yes, it is, but I didn't want to miss it. So at least I will be able to listen to all of you. Okay, love you guys.
Love you too. Thanks, Maggie. And it looks like we have Sunrider International coming on, so that could be Ruben. Let's see.
Okay.
Matt, could you put him in the forefront of the screen?
Can you say that again?
Take off gallery and so then we can see
Oh, sure.
him.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I can go to speaker view. That's not a problem at all. And let's see who comes on. Let's see. I thought I could anyway. Where are my settings? Hey, Michelle.
Hi, everyone. Happy Global Sunrider Day.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Yeah, we're just getting started here and we are gonna, well, I guess we're coming up on the top of the hour now, so we can begin our meeting, but wonderful to have you here. And again, I want to welcome all of our guests that are turning in virtually. Obviously, Michelle, you from the corporate. Maggie just jumped on to say hello before she went off on her day as well. And I think we're expecting Ruben. Is that right, Michelle? Do you know? Excellent. Well, I'll try to.
Dr. Rubin, for sure.
I will try to keep an eye on the screen for admittance so we don't leave him hanging. Okay, and all of that. But again, I just want to welcome everybody to today. We have a kind of a short presentation for you guys because we want to be respectful of time. And obviously the big corporate event starts in another hour in LA, and we all want to be there for that as well. But it's interesting when I look at these Sunrider days. These are really kind of fun days for me because it's a great chance to kind of reflect back on, for myself and all of us, why we are so passionate about this company and why we love Sunrider so much. And as I look back over my Sunrider journey and feel so blessed to have been introduced to Sunbreeze Oil so many years ago that let's see, got a few more people coming into the waiting room here. That I just love to take these opportunities to kind of reflect on all of this. And Cheryl, you've got a group of people there at your house. So if I can turn to you for a little bit, I mean, what does Sunrider Day mean to you?
Well, Matt, thank you. And hi to everybody. We're excited to be here. For me, it's like when we all come together from around the world to celebrate what the Chen family have given us over all these years. And so for me, it's part of respect and giving back to them, honoring what they give us. And for me, I love the fun of it, getting together and, enjoying our shakes and teas and all that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm loving it. How about you, Judy? I know you've been with us a long time too.
Yes, I sure have. I was drawn to Sunrider because, like many people, the philosophy of regeneration, and there were health challenges in my family. And I used to hang out at health fairs, but the philosophy of regeneration just rung true for me because I had removed things from the diet. I had done medicinal herbs. We had done many things that I thought were very helpful. However, still had the health challenges. It wasn't enough. And so finally filling the gap of concentrated foods, because you can only shove so much broccoli down young children's faces. And it was just unbelievable. Changed our lives, everything about it. And I'm about to begin my 38th year in Sunrider. And if anything, like you, Cheryl, my respect, my appreciation has only deepened over the years. And I'm so very grateful to have it. I love the people that are attracted to it. People who care about health, about life, enjoy living. And I really appreciate people who are willing to share and help others do the same. So it's a win-win, every aspect. It fits, checks all the boxes, and I think it honors the body itself. The miracle is the body, and how if we feed it right, it improves. So again, the philosophy of regeneration has served as a blueprint for many other choices in my life. So I think I'm here to stay.
Glad to hear that, Judy. While you were talking, I noticed that Dr. Ruben has joined us as well. Ruben, are you on the call?
I am. How are you guys doing?
Oh, so great to see you, Ruben. For those of you that don't know, Dr. Ruben Shin is here. He is our Ruben, your formal title these days is medical director for the company, or please tell us what your title is.
Right. I mean, if we're really being honest, I'm the guy that does the stuff that my other family members don't want to do. So, but my official title is a Chief Medical Advisor.
That's right. Okay, great. Well, Dr. Ruben, thank you so much for joining us. I mean, we appreciate you being here. I know you probably have about 30 other calls you're going to be jumping off to today, but
no, it's good.
We do have a great group here that's in attendance virtually. We're recording the call, so of course there'll be a lot of people watching this afterwards. And Cheryl actually has a number of people actually in her living room right now listening in. So is there anything you'd like to share with us today as Sunrider Day from your perspective in the company?
Well, first of all, I want to thank everybody for being here. I see a lot of familiar faces here. Obviously, Mac, we saw Cheryl. I mean, really so many people that actually I feel like you guys leave a lot of fun comments on my Facebook page. So I recognize almost all of these names. So anyways, I want to thank everybody for the leadership and support for Sunrider over the years. We definitely appreciate everybody's support, comments, leadership, and that is something that as Sunrider and my family deeply appreciates. So we have we have a lot of things going on right now, but especially with this upcoming convention, we're actually very excited. One of the things that I remember in Sunrider, a lot of people would come up to me and tell me about all of these stories when I was younger about them traveling to different places for convention, going on cruises, having special activities. I know I've heard a lot of people comment about that time we went to China, and it really made us think. And so a couple of years ago, we decided to do convention this year in Korea and start that tradition again. Give people those experiences so that they can experience Sunrider in another country, see excitement, also be able to experience a different place, a different culture as well. Also, we have so many other activities that are coming up. A lot of leadership. We have leadership events. We have our homecoming boot camp this year that's going to be in Australia. So if you have a new Ace Royal this year, they are going to be coming with us to Australia, which is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be in the Gold Coast there, so that'll be great. And so we just want people to one of the things to have an amazing experience with Sunrider. Um, Part of Sunrider, one of the most foundational parts, besides obviously health and nutrition, is one of the things that I feel it is so valuable, especially in our company, is the community.
Ancient.
I think the community, the Sunrider community, it's a very unique one, and is also something that is an amazing support for everybody. We're doing this obviously virtually, but I know all the efforts that everybody on here takes to make sure that their team is included, to help them, to support them. And I think our job here as head of Sunrider is obviously to create amazing products, but also to create a great environment that can welcome any new Sunriders and any obviously existing leaders to make them feel like they're a part of this Sunrider family. So that's been our goal. So that's one of the reasons why we're emphasizing so many trips and fun activities. We think it's great to get out and about. It's actually one of the things that my dad has said that he misses the most is going out to visit our Sunriders around the world. He actually bothers myself and Sunny a lot to make sure that we get out and see people again. I know that that is an amazing part of Sunriders to be able to see friends from around the world. And also convention is that time where you get to go and see old friends that maybe you haven't seen from, who knows, from Hungary, from Europe, from around the world, and we can all gather together. So we also will have some pretty fun products that we'll be showcasing at convention this year in Korea. So we're very excited. These things we have been working on for the last couple years in the beauty arena, and we will be showing them off at convention this year. So I also know that a lot of people usually, because I am a medical doctor, sometimes people have questions for me. So I want to also leave some time open for any questions that anybody has.
Anybody? We have Dr. Rubin on the call. Any questions?
Goodness.
I'll
Rubin,
tell you one question I heard yesterday. So one of the Sunrider IBOs asked, especially with the cold weather, what as some of our IBOs are a little bit older, and in the cold weather, what kind of things can they use to help in case they fall or to help them, to maintain their strength? This is probably one of the most frequently asked questions that I get. And so there are a few products that I actually really like. Probably products that you are familiar with, like the Sunfit Protein Plus helps with, to get good nutrition. As we get older, it sort of becomes an inverse. When we're younger, you try not to get obese. That's a major thing. But as you get older, one of the issues is trying to keep weight on, trying to keep muscle on. And so Sunfit Protein Plus is going to be important. Obviously, value highly regular exercise. Yoga is really good. Walking, weightlifting, I especially think is very good for older people. But things that help maintain the balance. And to help with that, I think sports caps is really good. I don't know if you know, so sports caps, we have so many products for athleticism, but sports caps, what it does is it helps to decrease the fatigue in your muscles. So you'll experience less fatigue. Now, I know that that's sometimes an issue that some people have when they're walking and they're like, oh man, I'm just exhausted. Or my muscles are just pooping out. So sports caps is great for that. I really like Evergreen. Evergreen's also a good one to help with oxygenating the blood in the body. So those are things that I probably would do to help with energy as you're getting older, and also to help with balance. I really do if you're not doing things like yoga where you're trying to really challenge your physical balance, I would recommend it, or Tai Chi or something like that. That really helps with your overall balance because I know it's wintertime. Sometimes roads can be slick or icy, and so I just that's something that is always a concern is falling. Um, Probably on top of that, probably vitamin D as well. You want to keep, good bone density. And also, most people probably don't take enough vitamin D. I would probably do at least 5,000 a day. You could do more than that. Depends on what your blood work looks like. So, yep.
Excellent. Hey, Ruben, I do have a question for you, from a martial arts perspective. I mean, Sports Caps has been a favorite of mine for a long time for all of those
Yes.
things you mentioned. I know we kind of joked a little bit, even in Arizona, about how much Sunbreeze oil we each use respectively on our body needs in
Yeah.
particular. So
I have some right here. Yeah, I
yeah.
like maybe drink it every once in a while. So much of it.
I
Yeah.
hear you. You had mentioned some new products coming out in the beauty area, maybe around convention. One of the things we heard about last year was the idea of a collagen product, perhaps from Sunrider. Is that
Perhaps.
is that one that could be on the agenda, or do we know?
That is a strong possibility.
Okay, very very well handled. Very well
Okay.
handled. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I cannot be 100%, but
Uh-huh.
I would say that's if we're playing like Marco Polo, you're pretty warm.
Got it. Fair enough.
All right.
Fair enough. Last question for me, and I think I'll kind of speak for the group here. We're all, of course, very interested in what's happening at TXP and the products availability and that kind of thing. Is there any update from TXP? I mean, I'm seeing a lot of positive things in terms of inventory coming back into place, our flavors consistently being available, et cetera. Anything you would share with us about that?
Yeah, well, just like anything, the United States is definitely a priority. So, United States and Canada, although Canada, I'm so sorry, just the Canada import situation has I know you guys know about it. I'm so sorry about it. Okay. We're doing our best, I promise. But yeah, Patrick is aware of some of our headaches that we've been dealing with in Canada. But we want to make sure that, especially in North America in general, that we have as many products as available as possible. Our focus has always been on our NBC products, so New Plus, our balanced products like Winery, Alpha 20C, Conco, Livestream Prime again, Assimilate. Those are the ones that are always priority for us. And then our Fortune Delight Cali. Some of our other products, I know that like things like Beauty Pearl, that's extremely popular, and we are it is luckily one of our most popular products around the world, so we're always literally pumping that one out. We have been using our Beauty Pearl machine so much that I think that one of the operators, so I don't know if you know our tableting machine, sort of like a long tower, and he's using it so much that he would like bunk his head. He's like a really tall guy, that we actually gave him a helmet because he's in it all the time and always bunking his head on the thing. So, so those are things. So, we are always focusing on trying to get products out. One of the, I guess, both good and bad is that because of the shortages, people have been consuming a lot of product, and that's great. And so because of that need, we've been putting into high gear, trying to get as much out there as possible. So, everybody out there has been literally, we get it out and it's gone, and we're going back and making more. So those are all good things. Yeah.
Excellent. Ruben, one of the things that I've noticed certainly over these last several months is, again, the continued commitment Sunrider has to the quality of the products that are being released for us all to consume. And
Yes.
again, I want to thank you so much for that, because that was one of the first things that attracted me to this company, was the idea of our production and how important quality control was, that continues to be paramount for Sunrider. And one other thing, you had mentioned about North America being a priority, which, believe me, I appreciate, but I also wanted to say that, when I look at our business, all right, over half of our business comes from Hungary, Western Europe, Australia, and New Zealand. So again, I want to personally thank you for making sure the rest of the world is taken care
Yes.
of as
Well,
well.
Australia and Europe, we have amazing managers there. So I would say that our European and our Australian managers I would compare them to any company around the world. They really are the best. And so we have they've been very good at keeping us updated. I would say better than our other managers in our other parts of the world. I'm always that, especially Patrick in Australia. I mean, he is
great.
on it.
Uh-huh.
He is definitely, like, he never wants to be out of stock of anything, and he's been probably one of the best managers in keeping on top of all of that. And of course, Europe and Hungary. I don't know if anybody has traveled to Hungary. They are amazing. So if you have downline in Hungary, you guys probably know this, but they have lines going out of the Hungary office whenever they get a shipment in. And I mean, they are lined up with people selling out like within minutes. So we're really pleased with Hungary. And if you don't have any Hungarian downline, get on Facebook. I don't know, try and find some, because they're really great. So
Yes, they are.
yeah, they're amazing over there. Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, I see Faye. Did you raise your hand? Did you have a question for Ruben?
Yes, I do. Dr. Rubin, what's the status on our sunbars that we love so much? We're tired of eating other people's brands.
Yes. Well, okay. Our sunbar machine, unfortunately, it did not survive very well on the move. So we have been in the process of trying to either repair it or replace it. So the sunbar machine is really been a struggle for us. One of the things that probably makes our sunbar unique is that we use like whole herbs that are actually quite rigid. Most bars out there, they're quite soft, and so when you cut them, they sort of separate, and that's okay. And we could probably buy a machine like that, but in order to use our machine, we have to use like a special air blade that cuts it very precisely. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to cut through all of the harder herbs inside there. What I'm talking about is we have like those raw soy nuts that are in there, and that other machines, you probably remember when we cut them before, they were all like weird sizes. Some were longer, some were shorter. And because we purchased a new machine, it was able to work better. But right now, yeah, the machine that we purchased, unfortunately, the manufacturer is not around anymore. And so we're trying to repair it with our own mechanics. And if not, we will end up probably getting a new machine. So yes, I know. It is a thing that we talk a lot about our sunbars. So I love our sunbars, and our plan is to get them out. That definitely, obviously, our powdered products and our herbs, especially our powdered herbs, are our main priority. That's where most of our energy is. But we do have a couple of people working on that machine. So definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, one last quick question. A lot of our new prospects are always talking about fatty liver. So do you have any
Like-
suggestions for that?
What kind of issue are they having with fatty liver?
Oh, they're just saying that they are diagnosed with fatty liver.
Okay. Well, fatty liver. Okay. So there's probably a couple of reasons for fatty liver. Usually the most common is alcohol consumption. So if they drink too much alcohol, you will develop fatty liver. The second is blood sugar control. So um, those are things that obviously can be treated with a healthy diet and exercise. And then our NBC products are probably going to really help them. Um, there's going to be a lot of cleansing involved, and then they just have to be nourished with things that aren't so, uh, not exactly, I wouldn't use the word toxic, but just very processed type foods. Those things can just wreak havoc on your liver. Um, I do have quite a few patients that tell me, I'm not eating any sugar except for, and there's always the except. I'm like, oh, so that's what drives me crazy. If you don't know that, like the average American, 40% of their diet comes from snacks. So, and I had like a diabetic patient come to me and he just said he stopped checking his blood sugar because he's like, I know what you're gonna say, and I just love Coke. And I'm like, oh, I don't know what to say about that. I'm like, well, you're not even drinking Diet Coke. He's like, oh, that's poison. I'm like, okay, well, then the sugar stuff isn't doing any better for you. So you know, obviously switching to Cali and Fortune Delight, if they have a soda tendency, taking our Sunfit Protein Plus and New Plus, I mean, that's going to be really, sounds it's a complicated disease that's really solved very simply by lifestyle changes. That's it.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Ruben. Thank
Yep.
you very much. Hey, I know, again, you have a busy day, Ruben. Is there any last questions that we have for Dr. Ruben before he jumps on to somebody else's call here, or going once, going twice, going three times? Hey, Ruben, you're welcome to hang around as we do our Sunwriter thing, or if you have other things that you need to do, I totally respect that. But hey, man, can't thank you enough for sharing the way that you have and for being so willing to answer our questions and just kind of give us some sense of again, the great future we have being partnered with a company like Sunwriter.
Yeah, well, thank you for inviting me, and I hope to see everybody this year in Korea. And if you haven't signed up for a convention there, it's still time to do it, and we really are going to have a fun time there.
Hey, early bird specials are happening between now and the end of the month. For all of us
Yes.
that attended last year, it's a great price. Early bird special, a really good price. And
Mhm.
the general admission isn't so bad either. So you're right on, Ruben. It's time to take action.
Okay. All
Right
right.
on.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Ruben.
Bye.
Hey, everybody. That was incredible, by the way. I'm so happy that he was able to join us and kind of answer some questions. And Faye, good questions. I have a lot of people talking about fatty liver too that we're interacting with right now, and good to kind of hear the doctor's recommendation, so good stuff. Hey, coming back to the Sunwriter thing, I mean, as I was telling you guys before, I mean, my Sunwriter journey started 30 years ago with Sunbreeze oil. Okay. And I just, when I look back at all of this and all of the opportunities this business has afforded me, I'm so happy I'm here. I mean, everything from good health and energy to good lifestyle, and most importantly, just being able to spend time with all of you guys. One of the things that we are going to talk a little bit about on today's call is some of the Sunwriter foods. And as we always do, I just want to remind everybody that none of the information provided in this presentation is intended to represent a diagnosis or cure of any illness or disease. This next slide, I think, is really kind of who we're all about. And this is where I'd like to talk a little bit, if I can, for just a second about Sunwriter. And for any of you that have been on my calls before, this is going to be repetitive, but I think it's important for any new people listening in or that might come to this thing a little bit later. Sunwriter has been around for over 42 years. That's incredible stability in this industry, okay? It operates, as Ruben said, in over 50 countries around the world, allowing each of us that want to this opportunity for an international business. Sunwriter internally handles all of the research, development, and manufacturing of all of its products, except for what, Michelle, maybe an eyeline pencil or something I think we maybe get from the outside, but everything else is internally handled. And I'm going to say that again because I can't tell you how important that is. Coming from a pharmaceutical manufacturing background where I'm used to GMP, good manufacturing practices, and what that truly means in terms of the quality of these products. Again, Sunrider internally handles all the research, development, and manufacturing of its products, unlike many other companies that will hand a third party a recipe and say, go make my food for me. Okay. Sunrider has, as most of us know, over 400 of the world's finest, whole food nutritional products, cleansing beverages, sports and fitness, weight management, green household, and all natural skincare and cosmetics. And they're all produced under what we call our philosophy of regeneration. And I know, Cheryl, this is normally your part of the presentation, but I'm going to really simplify it this time because, again, a very simple view of the philosophy is if we nourish ourselves with the right combination of whole food nutrients and cleansing beverages, our bodies will not just be healthy and in balance, but they will be given the ability, as we naturally were born with, to repair, renew, and regenerate. Okay. What really turns me on about that whole thing is the synergy that our philosophy has with traditional Chinese medicine and five element theory in particular. And frankly, that's one of the reasons that Judy and Cheryl and Dolphin and Tim and several of us came together and developed our 5 element cycle to wellness team and Facebook page that everyone's invited to participate in, by the way. And what we like so much about that is it has provides an opportunity for us each season to look at a given season. What's going on in that? How do the 5 elements and the traditional Chinese medicine theories play with each other? How do they interact? And it leads us to what we can be doing in each given season to make sure we're the healthiest we can possibly be. This, of course, being in February, okay, is the winter season and the water element time. And water is aligned with winter. It's a season of rest and, conservation. The key organs that we talk about nourishing all the time in winter in the water element are our kidneys and our bladder. The kidneys, they're considered our root of life, okay, where it stores that chi energy that we've talked about so much on past calls. I mean, that is our life essence, if you will. And the bladder works in harmony with the kidney, regulating water metabolism and energy. There's also a bunch of other aspects associated with the season, including things like, again, the emotional aspects of fear and willpower, physical things too, like the influence on our bones and our mental clarity, as well as our ears. And Tim and I actually did a call that we posted yesterday about the ears and vibration and frequency that, again, I would encourage you all to listen to. Great information. I'm not going to bang the gong for you or anything today, but we really had a good time creating that information in the call. And, one of the other things that I know is so important about this particular season, and again, winter in the water element is a time of big yin energy, which is characterized by stillness, introspection, and conservation, with proper hydration and self-care being essential to maintaining our balance and supporting the body's natural rhythms during this time of year. And I think that's a great time to maybe segue to Judy, who's going to talk to us a little bit about one of those things, which is hydration. Judy, please.
Okay, well, coming to you from Arizona, hydration is a word we hear a lot, especially through summer. And so initially, as we got into the seasonal practice and what's best in each season, it seemed kind of odd. Why is hydration in winter? Because even the newscasters in summer will say, stay hydrated, or they'll make a point of that. However, when you look at it, hydration in winter is so essential. In fact, it depends on how the rest of our health is the rest of the year. Because when you look at the wheel, we need to hydrate deeply because what happens in spring is we have the growth of trees, we have the growth of the plants. And where do they get that water from initially? From the soaking in, the deep essence of the ground. And then it gives way to the green foliage. And guess what? The next element is wood. We know we have to water plants, we have to water. So let's concentrate on this. And there's still time. 21 days makes a new habit. So a lot of people are aware of drinking water. You see most, especially walkers or athletes, usually have a big water bottle, a water source. And then some less athletic still realize the importance of water, but they're more concerned, maybe if they're on a trip or they're going to be with a group of people, where are the restrooms? Because they will complain that when they increase their water intake, they increase their away time with the stops along the way. So in either case, we can drink the required amount of water and still not be hydrated. So a few tips is what I benefited from the research and from just applying it. And one of them is, first of all, it's not just about water in itself. We do consider quality. And so drink the best and purest water you have at the time, but don't use that as an excuse not to have water, which I have been guilty of. Well, I'm not sure about the cleanliness of that water, or I don't like flimsy plastic bottles because that's been proven to gas off into the water. And so different things that I have, because as a child, I drank a lot of juice. I prefer juice over water. Hello, big no-no from the beginning, because we know we should eat our juice. And that's a fabulous source of water. So don't downplay that. Don't juice your oranges, eat the whole orange. Don't juice your apples, eat the apples. And that will provide much more health overall. So that's one thing. But also in the drinking of water, you might have a set quota. I'm going to and measure it by weight or whatever. And that's fine, whatever works for you. However, don't drink your last 16 ounces all at once, or don't set aside a time. Oh, I won't be around water or whatever, because then the body acts more like the pipe. And so it's not absorbed. So I think I've seen this at several different places. Your body can only absorb 4 ounces every 20 minutes. So you're much better off to have a the certified kind of, if your container's plastic, be sure it's the high quality kind that doesn't gas off, or stainless steel or glass, and drink only 4 ounces every 20 minutes. And that allows easier absorption into the cells. Now, every single cell in the body requires water to do its job. And the interesting thing is, another point for movement and exercise is, that's how it gets distributed. They even found that the fascia, that thin net that goes over every aspect of our body, actually the largest organ, it is kept lubricated and mobile by twisting and stretching. And so, to Ruben's point of exercise, and what happens as we get older, isn't it more a sense of drying or lack of hydration? So again, pointing to some of the exercise choices he made. And one of the programs I looked into to get more information was suggesting a dance break, because twist and move, just even rotating from your waist each direction, and liven it up. We're all about frequency. And guess what? We're electrical. Have you ever described someone as, oh, I love that person's energy, or I love the vibes, the old song, Good Vibration. She's given me the good vibration. Well, how do we become more electrically enhanced? Hello, water conducts electricity. So it improves our frequency and all. What we eat, higher frequency foods, are going to increase our ability to conduct the electrical charges throughout the body and enhance. And we maybe have the water, but if it isn't being absorbed, then it's not as useful to us. So not only did my water consumption increase upon finding Sunrider, but my enjoyment increased, because enter fabulous additions that enhances both the water and the value. So we have Cali, comes in 3 different flavors, as you know. and all of them are good. And Fortune Delight, fabulous, warm or cold. Same with Cali. And so different combinations of the two are just fabulous. And so increase it at using those, then you're actually making your water even more potent. One thing people do that subtracts potency of their hydration is carbonation. And it doesn't matter. First of all, the tin can flavored, maybe say it's all natural, but the bubbles take out the oxygen. So it's not a all or nothing type thing. On occasion have that, but don't think that you're increasing hydration to the extent you'd want to if you're having bubbly, or they even have machines where you can bubble your water with no flavor. But I'm not a fan. And so again, the best water we can have, the best enhancements we can add to them, and to really make it a point, because sometimes it's not that our health is declining, our absorption is declining. And so anything we can do to have highest quality, highest input of quality things into our water, and then the movement to get it to the places it needs, is going to enhance our overall health and boost all the good things that we're doing so that our whole body can enjoy it. So make winter a nice wet season for you internally, and think about all the ways it benefits us. So I don't know if Cheryl and Mac, you have anything to add, but go ahead if you do.
Thank you. And what a wonderful review, and really appreciate that information. Thanks so much for the way you share. And yeah, I mean, you and I were talking the other day about Cali and Fortune Delight, and just making the comment of, I've always thought that Cali was the one that kind of clears the cobwebs in the brain, that kind of stuff. And where Fortune Delight, especially for me as a martial artist, I build up lactic acid in my system a lot. And Fortune Delight really helps to remove the lactic acid and flush out the fat, okay, that's in our body. And I just love those. The last thing I would kind of say is I've been experimenting a lot with flavors, and my wife and I make up a pot of Cali every day, and then we add Fortune Delight to it, call it our temple tea, if you will. And this week, kind of an odd combination of flowers, but I found some mint Cali, and we added in lemon Fortune Delight. So I've got a mint lemon combination going on right now that I am just really enjoying. So good stuff. And Cheryl, I suspect you've got a whole room full of people drinking Cali and Fortune Delight up there, huh?
Well, we've got Fortune Delight raspberry and lemon, and yummy. And then we've got Cali cinnamon and Cali regular, and we're going to add some Nutella rice and have an experience.
Excellent, excellent. Well, as I was mentioning before, again, hydration and self-care are really essential this time of year. And this is maybe a great way to segue into the self-care side. And Cheryl, I'm going to turn this over to you to talk to us about some of your favorite things that you use in terms of self-care for yourself.
Thanks, Mac. Great information, Judy. I always learn something from you. It's amazing. And glad that it's recorded so I can go back and take notes. We have so many fantastic skincare products that regenerate the skin, and they're very hydrating to the skin. And over the 37 years I've been in Sunrider, I've used them all and love them all. And I'm so excited about the new line that Sunrider introduced recently, which is our Candescent Pure. And there's 4 products. They're 100% vegan for people who are concerned about that. And they're ideal for all skin types, tones, and all ages. And they're pH friendly, and they're cruelty and paraben free. And there's no artificial fragrance. So they are pure, just like it says. And my very favorite out of the 4 is the Beauty Water. So even when I'm using the oil-in, I love to spritz the Beauty Water. And what I notice is my skin looks plumper and so dewy. And the thing I love the very most about our skincare is all the compliments I get on my skin. And it's 70s, and I know it's the years of all the fantastic foods that nourish our skin from the inside that Judy was sharing about, and also from all the hydrating skincare products we have. And the other 3 products I absolutely love are Dr. Chen products. And he created our Youth Emulsion, which has stem cells from, I think, French grapes. And when I put it on my skin, it feels like silk on my skin, and I love the glow. And then our refining and lifting cream for anybody who's concerned about fine lines and wrinkles, you'll see them diminish when you use our refining and lifting cream. And then, of course, our Dr. Chen mask. I like to use that at night. So after I put all my skincare on, I use the mask on top, and it kind of semi-seals everything in. And when I get up in the morning, all I have to do is spritz the beauty water, and I look like I just washed my face. So these products are amazing. My family loves them as well. And I'm just ever so grateful for all of these fantastic products that we've been gifted with by the Chens over the years. And to stay healthy, to stay vital, and to stay youthful looking. So thank you so much, Matt.
Absolutely, Sherilyn. Thank you for sharing that. You know, I just want to make a couple of comments here, and that is, I don't know if Tim's still in the room, but I know that he would agree with me that skincare is not just for women any longer. Okay, there's a lot of men, including myself, as I know Tim does. We really care about our skin, and we want to age gracefully, if you will, in terms of our look and our feel. And Cheryl, I'm with you. I mean, my evening regimen includes all of those 4 K-Pure products, as well as Youth Emulsion. That's kind of how I finish off my routine. And in terms of favorites, I'm there with you on the beauty water. Also a great way to share, you guys. I mean, I've been on airplanes. As a matter of fact, the last time I came back from Europe, I had the beauty water with me, and I just kind of spritzed my face as a way to wake up, you know, during the flight. And I had several people asking me, what is that wonderful aroma? It smells like roses here in this section of the plane now, you know? So again, it's a great way to share with other people. Another one of my favorites to share, of course, is Sunbreeze oil, because I always carry it with me. And that's another great way just to kind of introduce people to some of the great things that we have to offer. Judy, I know that you're a skincare person too. Anything that you would say on this set, or anything else that you use? What are your favorites?
Well, like you, I have the whole variety. K-Pure, I love all the skincare through the years, and skin has always been an issue for me, you know, a problematic area or one of the more sensitive areas. And I got a lot of improvement. But the K-Pure, I have never felt the cleanliness to the depth. It just made my skin feel different and even better. Mm-hmm. And now with the new mask, I'm telling you what, even in wintertime, that cooling, soothing effect, I just go in sometimes for the just the feeling it gives my skin. I love that mask, and I'm real careful to save everything at the bottom. And so when I don't have time for the mask or whatever, I will use that, and it tightens and hydrates, but it gives a different look to the skin. Mm-hmm. And but mainly I just love the way it feels. So each edition has been just accelerated all the other good of the rest. But those pictured, I guess, are my favorites. Mm-hmm. That I can't live without. And I still use, you know, numerous of the other skincare as well. But I love the whole idea, and everything we put on our skin goes into our body. So you have to be picky about what you put on your skin. It's no temporary fix, or you never want to put on something that actually can do harm. I give you some quick results, and I tell you what, some of the advertisements of what people are willing to do to improve their skin is a little horrifying. So I'm so grateful for what we have.
Absolutely. You know, Gene, I'm glad you brought up the biocellulose mask because I kind of look at that as kind of a perfect gateway product for us, if you will. I mean, it's so
Mhm.
easy to invite a few friends over, men, women alike. Let's just take 20 minutes, have a cup of tea, put this mask on, kind of relax and just chat for a little bit. It's a wonderful way to introduce people to what Sunrider and Sunrider skincare is truly all about. So
Mhm.
fantastic. You know, hey, I want to be respectful of time. We've got a corporate call. Our corporate Sunrider Day is coming up here in what, less than 12 minutes. So, again, I just want to kind of thank everybody for being here with us. I think from my perspective, I've kind of like to end with as I have on some of our most recent calls and meetings recently, which is reminding everybody that in numerology, the 2025 actually comes out to a 9-year, okay? And that means it's a year of completion, closure, reflection, and release, and letting go of a lot of those old habits and things that are no longer serving us. But 2025 is also a time for transformation and growth. So again, I would encourage us all to use this 9-year as an opportunity to become who we want to be for ourselves and our businesses. And again, you guys, I'm just so excited about what's possible for all of us in 2025. So again, happy Sunrider Day, everybody. I guess lastly, you all know what's in my cup. Cheryl shared what's in theirs. Anybody else want to share what they're drinking this morning?
I'm sipping on my Cali tea.
Of course you are, Faye. I would expect nothing else. You know, that's wonderful. Hey, you guys, again, thank you so much for being here with us. This has been great opportunity just to share for the last half an hour. So thankful, Michelle, for you being here, for Maggie jumping in the beginning, and obviously for Dr. Ruben Chin for joining us and actually spending so much time answering questions and just kind of sharing a little bit about what he's all about and his vision for Sunrider going forward. So with that, I am going to stop the share, maybe if it cooperates, and we're going to stop the recording. So thank you, everybody.